Hey you guys, welcome to my Venus through Sign series. This is for Venus in Virgo. So if in your birth chart Venus is in the sign of Virgo, these messages are for you. And this can also apply if you have Virgo in the 7th house as a 7th house ruler. And this is for the month of July 2020. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. I ask for your continued support. And also keep in mind that these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate. If you want to book your personal reading, just check the description box below to find out ways to reach me. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started here. We have the central issue, heart of the matter, as justice, strength, Hierophant, Ten of Swords, Magician, Three of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so you guys look like you are focused more on yourselves. I'm not really getting a whole lot of love, like at least the first or the early parts of this month. I feel too like you guys are waiting, somebody's waiting for a divorce. I don't know if it's you or somebody that you're dealing with, but it does look like someone's waiting for a divorce. I feel like someone doesn't want to say anything until something also is official. Someone is like, don't talk to me unless you are officially done with this person. So maybe you were in some sort of love triangle and you're just not trying to deal with that person unless it's completely over. Now, I also see a situation, if you were involved in a love triangle, it might be flipped where the other person has decided to leave you alone so that they could save their marriage and focus on their, their prior commitment. So eventually I feel like there's some sort of important decision that needs to be made when it comes to your relationships. Someone definitely looks like they're deciding to let things go. You might be cutting ties with any and everything that has been fake or phony. I feel that some of you guys are just fed up with lies or, some form of manipulation. Or even if someone, you feel a connection with somebody, but has not been any direct communication. They're talking or posting things on social media directed towards you. I feel like you're just sick of that too. And just done with it. I also feel that somebody intentionally broke somebody up. I don't know who did it. I don't know if you did it or somebody else did it, but I feel like somebody intentionally broke somebody up. Possibly by either spreading a lie, or if it wasn't a lie, it's like maybe if they had some sort of information, they told somebody. They went over you. They betrayed you. They told, let's say you did something, you cheated on your partner 3 years ago. Whoever knew this went and told them that and brought it back up and caused the whole thing to fall apart. So, yeah, I feel like somebody intentionally broke somebody up. I also feel like something could be going on with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This person might not be authentic. You might find out that somebody has been phony. Overall, I feel like you guys are just doing you. I feel like you're deciding to just focus on you. You're like, you know what? I'm my own reality. Everything else is false. and you know, I don't want to deal with it. If there are people that are trying to get your attention, I feel like you're not really attracted to any of these people. I feel like you are just fine with waiting for someone else. So there definitely seems to be some sort of third party energy going on. There was some sort of betrayal, if not love triangle. Like I said, maybe it was a phony friend or a family member, an outsider that caused your relationship to fall apart. I also feel that someone wants to reconcile or someone wants to come back together, but maybe you don't want to. It's like, no, I don't want to reconnect with you. I don't want to be friends again. Just don't come back or don't leave me alone. So some sort of trust went out the window. You guys are definitely coming off very guarded in regards to your love life. And I feel like there are changes happening, but you don't trust the changes that are coming towards you. Especially if something positive is on the way, I feel like you don't trust it. Like you're suspicious now because you've been bruised emotionally. And I feel like you also could be using something as a crutch or making some sort of excuses about why you don't want to be in relationships, like, or why you are wanting to be by yourself. So say, for instance, two people are coming up to you and they're like, oh, I didn't know you guys broke up, or I didn't know you got divorced, like what happened? I feel like you would be lying to people. I feel like you wouldn't be telling people the real reason what happened. I do feel like it's time for you to do some soul searching. And it's funny, both of these cards have Virgo in them. This is the card of Virgo, and I was just talking about this card. And then this is also a card. This is Venus in Virgo card. You guys, the men, I've mentioned it before, men that have Venus in Virgo can be challenged in their relationships because Venus is debilitated in Virgo, meaning it doesn't function well. And Venus is about, since Venus is about relationships, and not just romantic relationships, but, you know, your relationships with people in general. For instance, going back to men, I don't want the women to worry too much, although I do feel like Venus in Virgo can still give you certain issues, but more so like embarrassment issues or feeling like your partner lets you down. But I feel this is more, Venus in Virgo is more directed towards men having issues with the women that they attract. Because for a man, Venus is his woman or his wife. And I feel like men with Venus in Virgo, to my understanding, my knowledge, is that they don't really appreciate them that much. They don't really recognize that they have someone that is worthy. Or the men might have an issue and never feel that the people that he's attracting are worthy of him. So it could go either way, but it's either way it's some sort of underlying issue. I really feel like it's more about them attracting women who just don't do them right or appreciate them, though. Yeah, so I feel that part of the troubles with relationships, that's part of your soul journey, because every time there's a breakup or a letdown, it forces you to go within. And look, both of these people to me are about learning and studying and knowledge. So you're definitely having to go within and trying to figure out, like, why certain things aren't working or why you're attracting the type of people that you're attracting. And I always go back to what I initially learned is that people are reflections of you, regardless. It could be good or bad, but people are reflections of you. So, and I listen to my own advice. If somebody is doing something that I don't like in a relationship or something about their characteristic, I'm like, ugh, it's like, hold on, what are they trying to show me though? And I'm not talking about petty stuff like you don't like the way someone chews. I'm not talking about something like that. I'm talking about like, some more serious issues. It's like, hold on, what is it that I'm needing to learn from this? I've got to view this as a way to self-heal. And that's what I do. I look at things as lessons. So I see you guys connecting with someone that you care about, and I feel like you're going to want to take your time. I feel like something had to happen so that you could appreciate when you are given some sort of gift, or when you find someone who is worthy. I feel like something's going on where you are being more appreciative of what you have, but I also feel they feel the same way. They are showing you how much you are appreciated. I feel like you're going to bond with somebody that you are mutually attracted to. And I feel like someone's definitely going to be showering you with love and affection or attention, or someone may spoil you. Or you might take turns spoiling each other. But I do feel like someone wants to show you what it's like to be in a relationship. Someone is really trying to speak in your love language. So I don't know what it is that gives you a sense of security or what your love language is, but I feel like that's what this person is trying to do. If you like gifts, that's what this person is trying to give you. They're trying to give you gifts. If you like money, this person is trying to show you that they're a financially stable person. If you like nurturing attributes, this person is trying to show you that they can be very nurturing or very sensitive to you and your needs. So whatever your love language is, I feel like this person is trying to show it to you. You are going to have to reevaluate your standards or what you thought was most important. So things that maybe you had at the bottom of your list, you might be moving it back to the top or to the third. You're like, no, I dismissed this at first. Now I see how important it is for this to be in a relationship. I need this to be the first thing. I need this to be the second most important thing. So I feel like you're kind of building some sort of standards or platform of how you would like your relationship to go or be built on. You also could be comparing one person with another person. And this is why this has happened. You're like reflecting and you're like, oh, okay, now I understand why, this person was that way, or now I understand what I need, versus what I want. So whatever the case, I feel like you're definitely putting, prioritizing your love life and, looking at things that are most important to you and asking yourself, is it worth it? Should I invest time and energy into this relationship? So you might start wondering if you're going to see what the payoff is, especially if you've already started some sort of relationship and you've already been doing a lot of these things. You might be like, I hope it's worth it, and you're kind of sitting back and watching to see. But I do feel that you're being matched with someone that you've been waiting for. I feel like those of you that have been patiently waiting, I feel like you are going to finally come in alignment with someone who gets you and you get them. And it does seem like there's going to be an emotional bond that is being established. And that also could be something that is the most important thing to you. You're like, the most important thing to me is an emotional bond. So that's at the top of my list. So yeah, either way, it looks like a relationship is, slow and steady growing, and you guys are being patient with each other and trying to understand each other, but at the same time showing appreciation. So hopefully these messages resonate. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.